So it's me, your boy Samson. I have this message to give us. Guess what? You can do everything right, and there will still ghost you and messed up with you. You see how bad the world is. You see how desperate people is. That is why you need to be yourself. Yes, I always say this. Don't change whom you are for the sake of nobody. Don't change your personality, your identity, your character, your behavior, because someone who loves you will love you for whom you are. But when I mean your character, if you have a bad character, try to change it, because it will ruin your life, it will destroy your life. I'm talking about your identity as a chosen, whom you truly are. Don't change it for no reason. Don't exchange it for no reason. Don't give it out for no reason. Don't just come to a point in your life you want to change whom you are for the sake of someone who is around you, because many of them will end up messing up with you, ghost you. Many of them will just leave you without a word. Many of them, you can do anything you want, you can do anything you like for them, treat them well, take care of them, change whom you are, be there always for them. You got to understand that the moment you still need them, many of them will just leave you for no reason, without a word. That is why you need to be whom you truly are. You need to be on your stand. Never you messed up or change whom you are for the sake of nobody. Be yourself, because if you decide, maybe you decide to say, let me impress everybody, you have money, you are working, you decide to divide your salary, give it to them, or carry all the money you earned in a month, give it to them, because you want to make them feel that you love them, you care for them. These the same people will end up telling you, what are you doing? This is what my brother, one of my friends, told me when we are working yesterday. He said the word. He said, if you can carry everything, every money you have, you are working here in Europe, you decide to use it to settle your family, you will still go there and see how beautiful they are living. Many of them will be living good, living nice, living expensive life, and you yourself will still get there and be surprised. And then yourself, whom you have sent all your ending money, all your resources, then yourself will be the one that will be telling you, what have you done? They are the one who eat your money, whom you always send your money, whom you always give your money. They will be also the one who will tell you, what have you done? All your years of working, all your years of this, what have you done? That is why you need to be yourself. Yes, as I said, you should do good. It's very nice to do good, but be yourself. Don't change, don't copycat, don't try to change whom you are for the sake of nobody. Just be yourself. Be yourself wherever you go. I see a lot of people today, mostly people who are low self-esteem, mostly people who are not strong in mentality, character, their behavior. The moment someone tell them do this, they will do it. The moment someone tell them do that, they will do that. They don't have say of their own. They are just like a wolf. Wherever they see, that is where they go. Whatsoever they hear, that is what they do. They can't stand on their own feet. They can't stand on their own word, they can't have their own standard. They can't say, this is what I have made for, or this is my personality, this is my mindset, this is what I believe. No matter the rain, no matter the wind, I will never change what I believe for the sake of nobody. You can see a Christian today, yes, they are Christian. The moment they travel to another place, they will start to act the way other people act. And if they still come back to where Christian is, they will start to act the way Christian act. That means they don't have their own say. They change for everything. You know what I'm saying? So they change from everything. So if you are changing yourself, you try to do everything. You want to try to make everyone become happy. You try to make everything right. They will mess up, ghosting you, and still do what messed up with you. Leave you what broke, leave you damaged, leave you frustrated. So if you are not careful, people whom you are changing for will end up destroying you, will end up terminating your life, frustrating your life. So that is the exact reason why you need not to change whom you are for the sake of nobody. Don't change either your personality or what you believe, your religion, the boundaries you have set in your life. And I come to understand that majority of people don't even have boundaries. So if you have a boundaries, don't let anything or anybody cross it, because people whom you will allow to cross it will still cross it and messed up with you. You know, there was something that happened years back. So there was a time that something happened. So I used to put these things in my circle that I don't want to do this. I don't like to go work on Sunday. So I put it like that. I tell them I don't like to. Many of my friends are telling me, why is it that you don't like to come work on Sunday? Can't you know that if you come work on Sunday, because here in Italy you can go to church on Saturday night, on Saturday evening, and you decide to go work on Sunday. So then I decide to be going Sunday church on Sunday, while on Saturday I will go to work sometimes. So it come to a point where majority of my friends who convinced me then, so start to tell me, we thought you used to go to church every day. Why is it that now because of money you don't go to church again? I was so surprised. That was my first shocking life word. People who tried all means to tell me that I should try all my best to become work, so that I will be having money right in my hand, that I will be doing this. I start to listen to them. Then I go after 2 to 3 days of me going. They say this word. I was so shocked. So what am I trying to say? Don't change whom you are, because people who will change you from who you are to be acting the way they are, there will still be the people who will end up telling you, you are changing. When you used to do this thing, that is when you are so good, you are so nice, and now things are not good about you because you have changed whom you are. Why do you change? But they are the one who caused you to change. Maybe you start to follow people who drink. Maybe you don't used to drink. You don't used to humanize. You don't used to go to club, and you start to follow them little by little. The moment they corrupt you, the moment that they destroy you, they will still be the one that will recall whom you used to be and tell you, you have automatically destroyed you. Can't you know that when that time you don't used to drink, you look so good, you look so nice. That is how the life of what people who want you to be like them will act towards you. That is why you ought not to change. If you are a hustler, don't follow people who are lazy, because they will convince you, and at the end they will still tell you, you used to hustle those days, you are a hunter those days, you suddenly change. It will be a shocking to you. People who tell you that you can't make it, when you know within you will make it, the moment you start to flint with them, go out with them, they will still be the one that will tell you, we thought you have that faith that you will make it before. Now I'm sure there is no hope. So that is why you ought not to wait because of no one. Not change whom you are, because many of them will mess up with you. Many of them will mess up with you, because if you are listening to people, you want to do everything right the way they want it, because you don't want them to hate you. Because the reason why many of us we change whom we are because of people is because we don't want them to hate us. We don't want anything to bring argument. We don't want them to start talk bad of us. We don't want them to start saying something bad about us. Why? Because we are afraid to be what? To hear bad word from them. We are afraid to hear that they are spreading evil rumors, even word against us. That is why